Hey, it's Sunday, March 13th, 2016. This is Wes Fryer, and I've just arrived in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and thought I would record a little bit of reflections on my journey today. I'm just going to throw this together in iMovie. My flight was actually supposed to leave Dallas-Fort Worth last night at 10 o'clock, but I guess due to a mechanical error, it was delayed, and we had to spend the night in Dallas and then left this morning at 8 a.m. The flight was about 9 hours, and I haven't been to South America since 1990. In 1990, I had a chance to spend about 2 weeks in Peru when I was on an exchange visit, visiting the Peruvian Air Force Academy from the U.S. Air Force Academy. I was definitely very thankful to get to the airport early. I got up at 4:30, and Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is pretty packed, and the international terminal, which is Terminal D, had a lot of folks who were also heading out this morning. One thing that was a little bit surprising and also nice was I shared a tweet that we were leaving late on Twitter and tagged American Airlines, and they direct messaged me and put a $300 travel voucher in my account. So that is really awesome. I don't know if everybody who tweets, to them gets that, but wow, that was pretty cool. So one thing to definitely comment on is the in-flight entertainment system. I think the last time I flew internationally was back in maybe 2011, might have been 2012, and it was to Qatar. But not surprisingly, the entertainment systems continue to advance and get pretty awesome. I watched two movies. This is Invictus, which is a Matt Damon and Morgan Freeman movie about South Africa. Really, really incredible. Morgan Freeman plays Nelson Mandela, and Damon plays the captain of the rugby team for the national team. Really an amazing, great movie. And then I also watched the Steve Jobs movie, which I've been wanting to see but had not seen. And they're both good movies in their own right, very different. Steve Jobs was a complex guy, but I enjoyed the film and would recommend it. So this next segment is actually two different segments. This is the in-flight simulation, or I guess visualization program, to be able to get an idea of where you're at. And so this was about an hour into our flight when we were over the Caribbean. Actually, we passed Cuba and we're just bypassing Jamaica out to the left-hand side. I was sitting on the left-hand side of the plane, and I was originally in a middle seat, but it was nice that the person who was there next to the window ended up moving somewhere else, and so we had a little bit more space. But this visualization was really cool, how it shows you what land masses and cities are nearby. And then, after kind of spinning you around, it does the view out each side. So this would have been a simulated view out the left-hand side. I think this is out the front of the aircraft. And then now we're going to look out the right, which was just ocean. So it wasn't that amazing at that moment. But the flight overall was about 9 hours. I think that's right. So we were, most of the time going about 600 miles an hour. We varied between 3,100 and I think we were up to 3,500 feet. The outside air temperature got as low as like minus 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Now here is when we were getting really close to Sao Paulo, coming in, and we flew across kind of the main thick part of South America. And when we were coming into Sao Paulo, there was broken clouds, and I opened up. We landed about 8 o'clock p.m. local time, and so it was dark, but really amazing simulation here, showing where we're at. And I don't know the names of the rivers here that were visible. One of the things that I learned from my host here, Jack, is that they've had a 3-year drought, which this year with El Nino has been dramatically broken. So they've just been having lots of deluges, huge amounts of rain. And so here's our final flight information. So this was just something that you could dial up on your entertainment system and stay abreast of where you were and how fast you were moving through space. Pretty awesome stuff.